welcome to Taylor Talks with Amber V. And we are here with Chekesha. Miss Chekesha Johnson, by the way. Make sure you call her Mrs., okay? Okay. Tell us about yourself, Chekesha.
Okay, I like to say I'm just a simple girl from Texas, but no, I grew up playing basketball. I played basketball in college.
Oh, what position?
Well, when I was younger, I was kind of short, so I played like a guard. But in college, I played four, and I
For
really
what
played
college?
Arkansas Pine Bluff.
Pine Bluff,
Yes,
not Pine Bluff. All
yes,
right, all
that's my
right.
alma mater. I graduated with a computer science degree. But like I said, I played sports really all my life, and then in college, played basketball, and I kind of started modeling in Houston in high school. Like one of my teachers was like, "You should model," and I'm like, "Model? I played basketball. I'm trying to go to the WNBA."
Right, right.
And she was like, "Yeah, go to my agency here in Houston." And I went, and they put me in these modeling classes. My grandma got me all this makeup, and I turned from like a little tomboy into this like glamour girl, and I'm like, okay, I kind of like it. And then, like I said, I went to college in Arkansas, and there's like no fashion, no modeling in Arkansas.
None. Arkansas is not the place for
Well,
fashion.
the Walmart was the only thing.
No way.
Originated Walmart really. And
Walmart.
Walmart originated in Arkansas. So
see, listen, that's when the true designers are built. When you're in the area or a part of the country where there's not a lot of fashion choices, that's where you can find the true designers because they're gonna make it happen.
Okay, so I did like little club fashion shows and like stuff in Arkansas, but not much. And then my mom ran into one of her friends in Houston who she grew up with, and she was like um a photographer, and she was taking pictures for like Essence magazine and all these like big magazines out in LA. And my mom showed her some pictures, and she was like, "Oh, okay, if she want to come to LA, I will shoot her." So spring break, I'm like on the computer, booked me a flight to LA, went out there, and I shot with Senden Collier. And she sent my pictures to some agencies in LA, and they were like, at the time, because this was a while back,
right?
The industry was much different then.
Oh, very different.
So they were like, LA is so blonde hair, blue eyed, and we only have 4 models, and they don't really work that much. But we'll sign you, see what happens. So I'm like, okay. I took that, went home, and the whole time she was like, "No, you need to go to New York. You need to go to New York." So I'm like, okay. I have like a year before finals and graduation. So I just like made a list of agencies, went to New York. The first one told me no. The second one was like, maybe, we'll call you, which they never did. And then the third agency was like, yeah, we'll sign you. So I came back to Houston after graduation. I worked like 3 months at Papacitos.
Shout out
And
to
then I packed
Papacito.
all my stuff and just moved to New York.
Wow. So those no's are so important in this industry, though. I think that people are scared to hear them, but they're so necessary for it to be a part of your story. I think no's set you up for the perfect yes. So you went to New York, and tell me about when you got your first yes, like your first, like, okay, this is my moment.
I shot for Vogue, sorry. I shot for Vibe magazine.
Vibe.
I grew up like looking at Vibe. So I'm like, oh, I made it now. It was like the anniversary of some Big Papa album. So they had like a themed for oh no, the movie. It was the movie that had came out. And they did
yeah.
styling for that. And I was like, okay, cool. And then like a week later I booked a Nike campaign. So I was like, all over everything, on billboards, on the website, and all that. So I'm like, okay.
So what a moment, right? A full circle moment. You say you start off as an athlete, and now you're actually modeling for a Nike brand and Nike campaign. Like, that's amazing.
It was like I was crying. I was so excited.
That's got to be a dream. Do you still have the pictures from those campaigns?
I do. Yes.
Okay, send them to us. We gotta share them with the viewers.
A couple days ago. I'm like,
send it to us. Okay, we're gonna put it on the screen, guys. Just look at the beauty that we have sitting in front of us. I'm super excited for you. So, what brought you back to Houston? You made all these moves from Arkansas. You went to LA, then New York. So, what brought you back to Houston?
So, I was in New York for 15 years.
Okay.
Working as a model the whole time. And then COVID happened.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and New York like super shut down. So it was like nothing, like no modeling, nothing. And my grandpa, he was 92 at the time, I believe, and he had just moved in with my mom. And she was like, "Well, can you come since you're not doing anything in New York and help me like take care of my grandpa?" So I was like, "Sure." And she was an essential worker because she worked at the hospital, so
Oh,
she had to
gotcha.
go to work, and I just like got stuck taking care of my grandpa for
Hmm.
like 2.5 years.
Wow.
So it took New York a long time to open up and start working. Like we were doing all virtual castings and jobs. Like one of my jobs, I would have showroom. I was doing it in my mom's living room, like, you know. So it went virtual. So it was fine for like the first 2 years, but after that, like she kept saying she was gonna retire and she never did. So I
Oh,
was
wow.
still taking care of my grandpa. And yeah, then I met somebody and got into a relationship, and 3 years then went by and I'm like still in Houston. At first I was going back and forth to New York to work, which I still do, but not as much now. I still have my place in New York, but I'm back in Texas now.
I think a lot of people, once you are in New York or work in New York, you always go back and forth. It's never like left behind once you've been there.
Yeah.
I say the same thing because I go back so often. It's never left behind once you've been there. And those 15 years must have been amazing. What would you say was like one of your favorite moments within that 15 years of modeling in New York?
Oh, I have so many. I guess one of my biggest fashion shows was actually in Bryant Park when they still had Fashion Week in Bryant Park. So that was like a check off my bucket list of things that I want to do
Uh
when I got to New York. And then I wanted to be a Victoria's Secret model,
huh.
which I never got to runway, but I did do showroom for the athletic wear because I
Oh,
was still like
good.
pretty fit then, you know.
Girl,
And
you look good still. You look
I'm
good.
not.
Don't let anybody tell you any different.
Okay. And so that was a moment because I'm like, okay, I didn't get the Victoria's Secret one way, but I'm still, you know, get a
Hmm.
Victoria's Secret check. So
Right.
I was like,
Hey,
okay, cool.
listen, the money spent the same way.
And then I was like, I have to be in a Target commercial. And then I booked that. So I'm like, okay, that's the next big thing that I checked off my list. And it was only a few other things, but I would have to say those three are like my biggest job. Oh, and I did Project Runway also. So
Okay.
that kind of inspired my next move in life.
So what was the next move in life?
Well, like I said, I was modeling for 20 years at that point. So I'm like, you know, I'm kind of getting tired. I want to still be in the fashion industry, but I was like, what can I do? Then I got booked on Project Runway, and I'm like, designer competition. So I'm like, my hometown of Houston, you know, it's not like a big fashion town. So I'm like, you know, let me bring a Project Runway type show to Houston. And in 2017, I started the Fashion Showdown, which is a fashion designer competition for local designers. We try to give them a platform to showcase their talent. And the winner gets like a cash prize and a trip to New York Fashion Week.
Wow, I'm familiar with Fashion Showdown actually.
Yeah, so we've
Yeah.
done it for 6 years in Houston. Last year I did Atlanta. This year I'm going to Dallas in October. So
Okay, well, we hope to get our invite because
you're
we know we're
invited.
going to be there. I want to be one of the judges.
Okay.
Can I be?
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to be on the Fashion Showdown judge panel, y'all.
October 5th.
October 5th, I'm
Right? Put
there.
it on your calendar.
Okay, don't let me forget
I'm
now.
not.
Y'all know my schedule the way
I won't. I
it is.
will not.
But yes, I'm so excited for you. So, you say you've done the fashion show now 6 years.
Hmm.
So, what are some of the designers that you sent to New York Fashion Week?
Last year, well, the last Houston designer was Ken White. I don't know if you know him, but
Okay.
he's pretty big in Houston right now. He's making dresses for a lot of celebrities now.
Wow.
And I guess he would be like one of my favorites because I loved his
All
outfits.
right, shout
But
out to Kim White. We're gonna put his Instagram page on the screen. Shout out to you. Great job for winning the competition also. But that's super big. So this year we're going to Dallas.
yes,
What do you plan to accomplish with doing this in Dallas? Like, what's your ultimate goal with the fashion showdown?
my ultimate goal is to be like international. I want
Okay.
to do it here in America, all over the country. I want to go to Paris, take them to Paris. Well, take somebody to Paris Fashion Week, and just make it bigger and better. You know, we just attached it to a nonprofit, the Queen's Foundation. So the proceeds for that will go to benefiting underprivileged youth in the Houston area.
Okay, well, if you ever need models or if you ever need some help with any of that, I'm here for you. We got the whole connection from Taylor Talks. We connect with a lot of people that have agencies, a lot of people that can help on the production side and things like that. So I would love to be a part of that in any aspect that I can to help you grow your business and grow as a person. But I truly believe that within the next few years, if you stay consistent, you will for sure be in Paris pretty soon.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. And I'm
that's
definitely
an
gonna call you.
attainable, a very attainable goal. I think that Paris is so intimidating to some, but when it's something that you really want and you really work toward, it's very attainable. Yeah, and I think you've got the charisma to get you there. Don't worry. Yeah. Okay, so outside of fashion, what is it that you do? What's some hobbies of yours? Who are you as a person?
As a person, I am shy. I'm kind of timid. I'm still athletic. I still work out a lot. My favorite thing to do is travel. Like I've been to
Oh,
like 21 countries so far.
okay. Can you name all 21?
I'm pretty sure I can.
All right, here we go, y'all. She's finna name all 21. I'm ready.
I've been to China.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay, let's start with the
she,
Caribbean.
she,
I've been to Japan.
what?
It's so many. Wait, I'm trying to think. I've been to London. I've been to Paris. I've been to Milan. I've been to. Wait, are we doing cities?
Just name it all. We gonna ding it.
I've been to Mexico, but that's kind of like Texas, I don't
Oh,
really
yeah.
count Mexico.
It count though.
Bahamas, Jamaica, Turks and Caicos, St. Bart's, St. Martin, um, Shanghai. Oh, I already said China. I've been to Amsterdam. I've been to Belize. I just went to South Africa, but I've been to Seychelles in Africa. I've been to Nigeria in Africa. I've been to Turkey, Istanbul.
Oh, I love turkey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, where else? I've been to Thailand. I've been to I've lost count. I feel like Canada. I've been to oof. What have I forgotten? I'm pretty sure it's a few places, but
That's okay. You've been to a lot more than me. I mean, I travel a lot, but I've not been to 21 countries. That's so amazing. What was your favorite memory from traveling?
my favorite memory from traveling, is the food. I'm a foodie. Like
Oh
I
my
love
God,
cooking.
I love food.
Girl,
Oh my God, I love
in
food.
Thailand, actually, I ate crickets. I
Okay,
tasted a
I'm not doing
scorpion.
that.
The crickets were actually good,
I'm
though.
not doing
I was like,
it.
can I have some more? Like, I'm over there crunching on the crickets. They tried to give me a roach, and I'm like, yeah, but that's too far.
You might as well. It's
No,
the same
it's
thing.
not.
If you gonna eat the cricket, you might as well have ate the roach.
The
To
roach
them, it's
looks
the same
juicy.
thing.
The crickets were crunchy and like little treats.
Oh my gosh, no. I can't. I would never be able to. I get disgusted with just seeing certain things so I'm a foodie who's a picky foodie.
No, I'll try anything. Like when I was in Paris for the first time, and I was really young too. I'm like, I want to try the escargot. Like I came here for the escargot and ate the little snails. Like I'll eat anything.
Oh goodness. Once.
I'll try
Okay.
it.
Okay, least favorite thing that you've eaten. That
Least
was like, oh,
favorite?
I'm not doing that again.
That's hard because
You like them
I like
all.
everything.
Wow.
I even
Okay.
ate some baby lamb brains one time. It was like pateed in the skull of the lamb.
And you just dug it right out his
Put
head.
it on a cracker.
No. I can't. I
Yeah.
would die.
No, I love to eat.
I would die. Okay. So you're a model by nature, but now you're a CEO.
Yes.
Okay. So, Miss Boss Lady,
Hmm.
I want to put you back into your modeling bag.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll be right back with the fun game. We're going to turn Miss CEO back into her modeling bag. You ready to put it
I'm
on?
ready.
Okay. All right. We'll be right back with Taylor Talks with Amber V and Miss Chekesha, and she's going to show us how she works the runway. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hello, and welcome back to Taylor Talks with Amber V. And we're about to have a fun little fashion show for you guys, okay? We're going to have Miss Chekesha do her walks for us. We're going to give her 3 walks to do. A high fashion walk, a fashion show walk, and then we're going to have her do a walk of her choosing, okay? One of her stunting walks, okay? Her signature walk in our fashion show. You ready, Miss Chekesha? Do your second one. Hit that pose, girl. Yes, ma'am. Okay. Uh-huh. Woo! Yes, ma'am. Uh-oh, she I like that. I hope you kept it all. Hello, and welcome back to Taylor Talks with Amber V. And we just finished our fashion show for you guys. And Miss Chekesha, she did her thing, y'all. She gave us poses, honey. She gave us face, honey. She gave us body, and she gave us all the beauty in the world. So thank you so much, Chekesha.
Thank you for having me.
Is there something that you want to leave our audience with?
I want everybody to follow the Fashion Showdown. It's at Fashion Showdown on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok.
All right. Is there any advice you would give to somebody who wants to maybe compete in the fashion showdown as far as a designer goes?
Just follow the Fashion Showdown, and we'll post everything online and on our website, thefashionshowdown.com.
Okay, so the show is in October. When will you guys start choosing your designers?
We're choosing right now, so.
Oh, wow. So you've got submissions already.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Well, if you haven't submitted, now is the time to submit, okay? All right. And also, because you're such a beautiful model yourself and a successful one at that, is there any advice that you can give some of our models that watch the show?
Never give up. You're going to always hear no. You're going to hear some maybes, but just keep up, stay in the game.
All right. And that's that on that, baby. And even if you are not their cup of tea the first 2 or 3 times, you will be somebody's cup of coffee eventually. So just sip up, honey, and keep doing what you do. All right. Thank you so much for joining us on Taylor Talks with Amber V. And we are signing out with Chekesha Johnson. We love you guys, and that is a wrap.